What's going on, everyone? It's time for another horror film review. Today we're going to talk about Deliver Us from Evil. It was released by Screen Gems July 2nd, 2014. It was written by Paul Harris Boredom, produced by Jerry Bruckheimer, and co-written and directed by Scott Derrickson, who also did like The Black Phone, Sinister, Doctor Strange, The Exorcism of Emily Rose, and The Day the Earth Stood Still, the 2008 remake. This had a budget of $30 million. It was like a moderate success when it came out. So Delivers from Evil. Well, it's based on true events, and it's a story of um, a guy and a priest and a cop trying to solve these weird assault and murder cases in the city that are going rampant. And they uncover that it may be the result of demonic possession and stuff. And the priest has to exorcise someone in a jail to try to help stop the ongoing of violence. This film is really dark. It has a good foreboding atmosphere to it. And you can definitely see where some of the sinister elements like that Scott Derrickson used in Sinister came from. And you definitely see him playing with that sort of aspects. There's a lot of good dark scenes in this and creepy elements to this. And yeah, there's definitely some good dark, like scary bits to it. But yeah, the cinematography is really well done. The music's pretty good too. And yeah, the characters are paper thin though, and the story is very bland and basic for what it is. Didn't try to stray too far or go in depth with make it something really special and unique with this unique premise. They kind of kept it as a traditional scary movie, and which is where the downfall of this film sort of lies. When you have paper thin characters and basic horror elements and stuff that's in the story that we've seen 1,000 times before, it doesn't make it memorable or anything like that. It's not like The Exorcism of Emily Rose, which I just reviewed, where they really changed it up and made it as dark and creepy as possible. They did do that a bit, and there's some really good creepy scenes in this and like more gory elements to it. But other than that, it's just your standard horror type of film from the mid 2000s. And yeah, it doesn't stand out in any way. It's more of if you like just like basic spooky stuff and things like that, this one's a good like little popcorn flick for that. But other than that, it's not, you're not finding anything really profound or anything like that in this film. It's more they take the premise cool and they try to just incorporate some creepy stuff here and there. It's a little mismatch of stuff with some underdeveloped characters, and I think that's what made it lose its edge. It sounded really cool and stuff, and I remember watching this like years ago, and I think Otto was all right, so I gave it a rewatch. And now it's just like, it was all right, I guess. So I'm gonna give Deliver Us from Evil a 2.5 out of 5. It was okay. It has some good dark, scary elements, but man, you need some really good characters to keep you invested in the story, which this one is lacking. So, yeah. But if you want to check it out, I'm not sure if it's streaming anywhere, but I'll link the trailer down below like always. Also link down below is my Instagram, so I always post clips of films and review in the future on my story. If you have the film time hashtag and some film hashtag, so you're aware of it. Also, my letterbox is down below at Derek P Reviews. That's where I post my first star rating after watching the films. And also my Twitter's down below at reviews _ Derek. So follow me on those platforms. Stay in loop with this channel. Like this video, share some more people wherever. Comment your opinions on this film down below if you have any films or film franchise in any genre and on any streaming service that you want to hear my opinions on in the future as well. Comment them down below. Try my best to get to them as soon as I can, and if I can find them, make sure you subscribe. Hopefully we'll find something weird, obscure, and odd that you probably never thought of checking out together. And also show you my opinions on popular films, classic films, and reviews on other things as well. And yeah, make sure you ring that bell because I'm going to talk about another like horror thriller, one of those micro budget ones, The Haunting of Julia Fields, in the next review. I'm very skeptical of this because it's the same person who did the movie Annie, and I wasn't a huge fan of that. He plays a lot with mental illness, so who knows what we're going to get when we go watch that. So we'll be checking that out in the next review, and watch out for all those demonically possessed people that cops are trying to exorcise out there, and I guess I'll see you all in the next review. So until then, cheers.